Hello and welcome to Cryptonaut Podcast, Patreon edition. My name is Mark Storrs, and with me as always is
Rob Morphy,
Roberto, and
Cranberry.
some movies have sequels, boys, and some of those sequels suck.
That's true.
And that's what we're here today to discuss.
Just some of them.
Just some of the
honestly,
sucky sequels.
this could be a 6-hour fucking segment.
It could. We're going to pick a couple. We'll toss some ideas around.
Definitely.
And then eventually, some point down the road, we're going to talk about sequels that were awesome. But that's not
at some
today.
Point. That's not today.
No, today's not a day of celebration.
In fact, we probably won't even be able to get to all the sequels that suck today because that list is so vast.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, I picked out one.
Okay.
I'm not even sure if you guys have seen this or not, but as much as the original the original movie, this affected me so much, and it was one of my favorite movies, and I still to this day love it. And then the sequel came out, and I was like, "Boo, fucking who on your shoes?"
Wow.
Oh.
Pacific Rim Part 2.
Yeah, that one sucked. That's a full-on adult experience, but I agree because you guys went and I was like, I can't go. In the last second, I showed up at the theater. Remember, I'm like, fuck it, let's just have a moment. Because when we saw Pacific Rim 1 together in the
We
theater,
all went to go see Part 2 together.
yeah, at the mall.
Oh, we did.
Yeah,
Was Charlie with us?
Sure
My
was.
son. Oh my God.
Yes, he was. Yeah, he was.
That's right.
yeah.
Oh Jesus.
One was an experience.
Well,
We
one
IMAX
was an experience.
3D'd
It was
that one.
IMAX. It was fucking,
Plus it's
Guillermo del
fucking
Toro.
at his peak.
I still love that movie to this day.
Oh, that
'Cause
to
it's
me,
fucking
that was
amazing.
one
It's
of
a
my first
perfect
IMAX
movie.
movies, and it just you could feel
It
every
was
shuddering of
crazy.
a Jaeger stepping down.
It's funny because
Crazy good.
Idris Elba is fucking amazing, can do no wrong. And
Really?
he sets that movie on fire.
he
and
really
then
does.
who was the guy? Charlie Day obviously
Sons
is
of
awesome.
Anarchy.
Sons of Anarchy guy just man, he just ate shit the whole time. Like,
He wasn't
he's
terrible, but he had
fine.
nothing
was not
to
terrible.
offer.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
could have plugged in any number of leading men; it wouldn't have mattered.
So the sequel, from what I remember, it was John Boyega. He was in the first iteration. What was the Force Awakens or whatever is the Stormtrooper.
Yeah.
right.
Which he's a fine actor.
Yeah.
He was good in that and whatever.
Finn.
And Finn. He's supposed to be Idris Elba's son, and it kind of goes from there.
Yep.
I love the fact that Charlie Day's in it. That's great that they keep that recurring character.
Sure.
But man, the route they took with the plot, you can tell Del Toro had nothing to do with
Nothing.
it. And it just
Oh,
was,
it did not. Yeah.
I don't
Nothing.
even
Nothing.
recall it. I just remember a speedy little robot made by like a maverick young girl engineer.
Yes.
But honestly, and this is truly this is worse than when you hate a movie because it fucked up. You remember it. This was unmemorable to me. Like I remember walking out of the theater going, "Oh, they really did not come close to the like revelatory." Like truly, the first one was an homage to, and it was dedicated to, Ishiro Honda. It should have been also Eiji Tsuburaya and Ray Harryhausen.
Yeah.
Because it really felt like a loving tribute by a lifelong kaiju fan, and it hits in that way.
Well, he does. It's hard to explain to people like exposition is important, and people just seem to be not good at it. A lot of people.
No, you're right.
And like his screenplays are just you
give fucks
the shit, and James Gunn does it.
Yeah.
And,
He does,
and very few people have a way to,
especially those that specialize in fantasy, sci-fi, or superhero exploits, whatever genre that technically fits into. Like very often, they will just think that it's like all about the slapdash action or the glamour special effects, or in this case, the fucking robots. But it is about the people and how you're engaged with the people and how they're going to fare through these foes. And then you add the fucking greatness of great monsters, great robots, in this case, special effects. And Del Toro can absolutely do it. James Gunn can absolutely do it.
Yeah.
Absolutely do it.
The way that Del Toro used the robots too, it gave you a sense of space.
Oh, and weight.
There was like there was
Gravitas.
something that was like physically there.
Yeah.
In two,
yeah.
they kind of went like Transformers-ish, where you're just like,
it lost.
don't know,
it's like
man.
when Iron Man got his nano suit in Marvel and lost like the heavy.
Yes.
That's the
When
thing
you-
about the
you
first
lose
two when
that,
like he's
yeah.
chunky.
Yes.
And he's just boosting and punching and you feel it. And then when he's all like light and weird, I'm like, I kind of lost.
Because
I
it just
get that.
becomes not necessarily well thought out animation.
Yeah.
Just because that's the other thing.
It loses a bit
When
of that,
CGI is used in a way that's like, all right, if I was making this like a legitimate film like Spielberg in the 80s, how would I have to shoot this?
Right.
Use those tactics and then use the CGI to make it more brilliant than ever before. Don't do because I can go anywhere at any time and do anything I want, Because once you do that, then the audience, it becomes sort of, I don't know how else to put it, but weightless. Like there is
it is like
it's just
actually in the movie because it's nanotech.
Exactly.
But like, you lose the armor effect, and that's like was super important.
100%.
Right. But anyway, yes.
But,
so back
but
to
the same applies.
The other with this
Pacific
too.
Rim.
The huge failure with this, and it's going to be a spoiler, so if you don't want to know anything about Pacific Rim 2, is where Charlie's Day character turns from the kaiju. They like infect him or whatever, and then they end up with there's the Jaeger and the kaiju combination, which is actually, I have this action figure which is hilarious. It's Obsidian Fury. And they give, and you're just like you fuck.
I don't even remember that happening.
Again, this is the curse of bad ideas for sequels.
It really is.
And
the
they
curse
pulled
of
like a
bad
fucking
ideas.
Iron Eagle too. Like in Iron Eagle, was it two? No, it was. So in Iron Eagle 2, because the dude from 1 survives. In the beginning of Iron Eagle 2, they're flying. It's like and he just blows up.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're right.
And this is what it wasn't in the middle of the movie, but the girl who was the partner of fucking Hunam there.
Yeah.
I can't remember her name. It was like Mako or something in the movie.
Yeah, yeah.
It was.
She's in 2.
Yeah.
And she fucking dies.
Yep. She's just gone.
They do the thing where like,
yeah, and you're like,
can we
man,
just stop
You
this?
think could just sign her for like a token role because she was like probably signed a contract to come back for the sequel and was stuck.
And obviously with having Charlie Day is awesome. He's the best, but
Sure,
without
he's great,
having
but still.
without having Idris Elba, you're just like, and just
It's
that's
tough,
without
man.
having Del Toro and just the way that he makes shit feel to you,
Yes.
it's just not.
It didn't work.
No. All right, Robert. Sequels that sucked.
I'm going to go back closer to childhood. So what we know about sequels that often suck, they are just rushed out by the studio to make a little bit of money. They're not really concerned with everything, but sometimes the stars align and you get the director coming back and you get the primary actors coming back.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
And you're like, oh, there's a chance this is going to like click.
I feel like I know what you're going to say.
And it falls right off the fucking map of decency, and I'm talking about Gremlins 2.
Yeah, that was my second one.
That fuck-faced
Which
film.
funny because I thought this was universally known as just like bad, but I've met so many people that fucking love this movie. But they are of a generation. They are all people younger,
right?
So
I think they just viewed the first one very differently than.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, because my
or they saw the sequel
experience
first.
Like my experience
maybe.
with it is
Right.
it's just like a camp fest. It's like
It
is.
They just ruined the whole thing by making it like, Hulk Hogan's like, yeah, brother, and then they tear it through a screen and you're like, meh, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just for me it's like one obviously is like a gold standard and two is just kind of like it's kind of like Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. I love 2, but it's not
It's
one.
a divisive movie apparently. I didn't think it was, but it is.
Yeah, I understand where you guys are coming from.
Well,
though.
here's the thing too. This is what I loathe, and I really admire Joe Dante, the director.
No,
And
I
Chris
love Joe
Columbus
Dante.
wrote the first one too, didn't he? I think so. I'm not sure about that. Don't quote me on that. But I mean, Howling, Piranha. I mean, come on. Even Explorers had its moments. Failed in a lot of places, but had its moments. But I'm like, all right, I trust you. But there was a lot of times, especially in the 80s, this is definitely an 80s original and an 80s sequel, where people are like, they lose faith in the concept. It's like, people aren't going to take it seriously anymore. They're assuming, I don't know, this is my presumption, that everyone's in the Hollywood mindset and everyone's too cool for this, so let's just make this a fucking grab bag of laughs.
Yeah.
When instead they should double down. Like, the first film was a horror film, period.
There was some
With a
icky parts in that
Spielberg
movie.
fucking vibe, sure.
Yeah.
Well, because he was
the producer.
there.
He was there and producing. And he was ambling it up, literally and figuratively.
Over the shoulder directing.
A little bit. but there was a lot of the darkness that was in Piranha and Howling of Dante's that shone through. It was definitely darker than any Spielberg at that point.
Oh, yeah.
One of the reasons that they came up with the PG-13 rating, because it was just like grim, like the mom attack in the kitchen where the fucking blender gets used in the microwave.
The exploding
nuts.
fucking deagle out of the fucking chimney.
Absolutely.
Or the window, wherever the fuck she went.
The fucking Futtermans and their demise. They're killed in the original, and then they're brought back. Now, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Anytime Dick Miller acts in a movie, I'm fine with it.
Oh, yeah.
But they definitely should have been brought back. So you could tell that Dante had lost faith in the work and decided to make it a nonstop, silly joke fest set in an urban environment, when instead you could have made it like it's a bigger budget, it's more going on. You could have made it a much more horrifying ordeal. They did not, and for that I give them a big fat fucking F.
Yeah, I wanted it to be much more like the first one as well.
Right. Absolutely.
I mean, and it wasn't. Like I said, I don't know who actually. Fucking, I'm trying to look this up. Who wrote it? Chris Columbus did partially write it,
Yeah, I thought so.
and Chuck Haas,
I'm not sure about
Chuck
that.
Haas.
Charles S. Haas. Yeah, I don't. It's just not even the same. I would never have thought it was the same people.
No.
And for years, I did not.
Yeah,
I
you
thought it
just
was a completely
assumed
different
a whole new team was
pile
brought
of
on
fucking
by
people.
the studio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was an absolute fail. Does anyone have something else?
Chris, what do you got?
For me, oh my god,
There's a dude.
This is
I found a list that's just
one of the most
horrifying.
egregious for me. One of the most egregious sequels, just of all fucking time.
Okay.
just because I really love the first movie.
I'm excited about this.
Highlander 2.
Yeah.
Dude, yes.
The
What
Quickening.
the
Yes,
fuck?
the Quickening.
When they first
Future
announced
that's
it,
not a future that is a future.
Yes. Oh
I'm
my
like,
God.
oh my god, Highlander 2: The Quickening. I'm like, I'm pumped.
Sure.
And you watch it, and I'm like,
Because Highlander 1 was a sleeper hit.
Dude.
Starts off with like katanas in the basement of Madison Square
yeah,
Garden.
they're watching wrestling, and you're fighting with swords in the fucking parking lot.
right out the gate.
And
Amazing.
Dude.
he had a way of shooting things too. He did
I forgot about this. I
he
mean, I
did
didn't forget
zooms,
about
but he
it,
did very far pans.
Right.
He does very and it was just, man, the way it was shot was just fucking great.
Agreed.
It's a great fucking
That's
original story.
hilarious.
The second one is just like, let's ruin everything.
Yeah.
What do you got? Okay. And I still think it was the same. I think it was Russell Mulcahy. I'm pretty sure. I was thinking it was the same people, but I'm just like, what the
What
fuck
were
were
you
you
doing?
thinking?
Dude.
They're aliens. And spoiler alert, they were prisoners, and
Yeah.
you get sent to fucking Earth.
They
as
all
a fucking
they midichlorian the whole legend up. It was this
They really did.
fantastical,
Excuse me?
awesome.
Yeah.
You know, certain people, you got to behead them. There can only be one. The gift is
God.
fucking humanity,
Right.
whatever. But fucking alien exiles and all that. Then none of that makes any sense from the first
No,
movie
like
at all.
the director's cut fixes some parts of that.
Right.
Like they're not aliens. They were actually was like they're from the past and they get sent to the future, or vice versa. So it's not aliens. It doesn't fucking matter.
Right.
Yeah.
So some of it got fucked up on Mulcahy, and some of it he just fucked up by creating the movie. But who knows?
Yeah.
Because the director cut could be like, "Ooh, I thought this was
Because that's not really director's cut. It's a different story.
Right. Right.
Like,
Well, and you could call it a director's cut, but he might have committed to the first idea, and it didn't.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
honestly, everything after the first movie just was a suck fest.
Oh, yeah.
It got so bad.
No, I tried. Although the one
Dude.
with Adrian Paul is pretty good. The
Is it?
very last one, not the very last one, because the very last one is actually fucking awful with him in it. But like it was 4, the one where they officially like retconned the movies and tied it in with the series.
That's what
yeah,
it was.
because there was no
Yeah.
fucking Duncan MacLeod, and then the series there was. They're like, hey, I was always here, and
Right.
they slightly retconned it, but
So-
not slightly, a lot. But
This is
Right.
a controversial one, I suppose, and I don't necessarily agree with this, but we were like, obviously, we were coming up with an idea for this. Like, yeah, let's talk about sequels or whatever. But this one is on a list that I'm like, I don't know if I agree with this, but I want to see what you guys think.
Okay.
Ghostbusters 2?
Oh, I definitely think it is.
Really?
You know, it is precipitous fall from the original's glory.
oh, it is. I don't.
Sharp.
I don't hate it.
No, nor do I. I don't love it. But
I
in
actually-
fact,
But
every
like
10
it.
years, I'm tempted to watch it. It is just what was near perfection 80s
I know.
delight becomes. First off, it does the most
It do-
egregious
I
thing.
know.
And
yeah.
Chris and I have talked about this
What does it
before.
do?
Many times.
It takes characters that you've grown to love, in this case, the Ghostbusters themselves,
Mm-hmm.
who are on a fucking high when they've saved New York City from the mighty Marshmallow
Oh,
Man
yeah,
and
well, they're-
Gozer the Gozerian and the whole 9 yards, and then sets them up to be failures from frame 1 of the
Dude.
sequel.
Yeah, they're
like
doing
somewhere
parties.
in between. Yeah, they're
Dude.
doing
Everyone,
shit. They're
everyone
birthday
hates
fucking
them
clowns.
and thinks they're like full of shit. I'm like, thousands of people witnessed this, and
Like,
all of a
no
sudden
one
you're,
remembered.
yeah, you're just
Yeah,
like,
no one saw a giant walk. It's a hoax.
Dude, where they're at the party and they're like, who are you going to
You go,
call?
yeah.
And it goes, He-Man! And they're like, oh, man, whatever. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know why that stuck with Vigo, I thought, it's Vigo.
yeah, I've
Fucking
definitely
laugh.
grown into that movie, but at first,
Peter McNichols, Christy McNichols' little brother, I believe.
yeah,
Did fine in that role. Just fine.
Oh, yes.
Over the top.
yeah,
Comedic timing. Vigo himself sucked as a villain. Absolutely sucked. Pink
Well, he's a
Slime
picture of the whole movie.
was stupid. He's a picture 90% of the
yeah.
film.
No, the pink slime is stupid. It does have some
He
decent.
is a picture this entire time. It's all fucking.
It does have some good lines. in
Sigourney
it.
Weaver goes from being a concert violinist to a fucking art restorer.
I love every
like they're
time
interchangeable lives.
Like every time Vigo talks, he gives like a speech like the scourge of Carpathia. And
Yeah.
every time he talks, he starts off with a rambling story. You're like, Jesus Christ. And then, yes, Vigo. I don't know why, dude. I have such a soft spot for that movie.
No, I get it
I'm
now.
surprised it's on the list. Like, honestly.
Yeah,
I
I'm
know
not
it's on
surprised
a
at all.
list,
It doesn't. I
but-
mean,
I walked out of the theater fucking like, what the fuck?
I mean, at the
happened?
time, I probably would have.
Oh, yeah.
Would have too.
I mean,
for sure.
It is what it is now. It doesn't matter, but
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
expected better.
I mean, another controversial one, we'll go into the horror realm here. It's not really on a list, but I've definitely seen people that like don't like this. Is Halloween 2, which I thought was kind of
Well, of
weird.
course. All right, first off, John Carpenter's first film is an absolute masterpiece, a flawless example you could teach a film course on how to build suspense, how to deliver unexpected responses, how to build up the horror. I mean, the unkillable fiend was narrowly a thing before then.
Right.
There are so many things about that film. So, of course, part 2 is a bit of a letdown. Because you got to remember, part 2, I think, was made in the wake of Friday the 13th, which was more about like tits and blood and fucking get on with yourself. And so, and maybe it was made a little bit before, but around the same time, so people knew what was going on. So I have, I think, was it Rick Rosenthal that directed that? I have a soft spot for Halloween 2. It satisfies in a lot of ways because it still brings me back to the early 80s slasher cycle, maybe very late 70s, but I don't think so. And it was even gorier, and it had some good set pieces. But when you watch them back to back, one is much clunkier, much less refined. John Carpenter created a masterpiece. Halloween 2 is a fine, if a bit sloggy, early 80s slasher film, but one of the best
Sure.
of the genre.
I know that it's not like it wasn't on a list or anything, but it's just one of those things I remember being like bandied about with the horror community, like, oh, Halloween 2. I'm like, really? I thought it was kind of, I mean, and
I don't.
And conversely too, like Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, like people don't like it, and I obviously love the original. 2 is just a different tone and totally like off the wall. It's kind of like Gremlins 2.
Yeah,
it fits that same, like I said
but it's
earlier.
not.
It fits
but
that
it's not as
same-
egregious to me. It's a little bit
No.
egregious. Like you can never capture the harrowing
Well, that's
onslaught. That Texas Chainsaw Massacre 1 is literally
the
to this
thing.
day one of the most disturbing roller coasters you will ever ride.
Yeah, that's the
period.
deal.
Yeah.
Part 2, I mean, they didn't even try. And they went a little more for arch camp, but not. They weren't insulting the stuff, the entire theme of the movie, the way Gremlins 2 insulted the premise.
Oh,
So it's not quite that egregious.
Yeah, not at all.
How do we feel? We'll play the game.
Not.
How do we feel about RoboCop 2?
Well, I mean, it's not the first one. It's definitely not the first one. It doesn't even come close to the first one. But it's not a sequel I hate so much that I would take the time to put it on a list.
Like things like 3 started getting a little fucking fucking crazy.
A little wonk.
But-
So part 2 was Fred Decker, right?
1 second.
I don't know if that was still him or not. 3 definitely. I don't think was.
Wasn't
but-
3 Miller? Frank Miller getting
No,
his directorial debut?
Yeah, I think 2. Oh, hold on a second. Wait a minute. I just had it.
No, I thought 1 was.
No, it was Paul
no,
Verhoeven.
RoboCop.
Oh yeah, Verhoeven.
2. Oh, hold on. There's
Oh, maybe it was 3.
there's dude. That's hilarious.
I feel like he had a part.
I'm trying to find the director. Oh, there it is. Okay, here we go. Plot. No, give me.
And
the
the Quab. That was still though one that
Yeah.
had like the vibes. Got more. I mean, we can talk about this with Rambo.
Sure.
We can talk about this.
I was
with,
gonna say
with Rocky.
Rambo.
They all
yeah.
have these. First movies were very
Yeah, we should
serious.
almost save
But
it's specific hate on horror sequels for its own thing. Because
This is
we can
interesting.
go on and on with
It's
different
directed
genres.
by
Yeah.
Irvin Kershner.
Oh, part 2.
Kirshner,
So
okay.
Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, which
director.
is crazy.
So
like,
part
that's-
3 was co-directed by Fred Decker and Frank Miller,
I want to. Well, it
or
says
solo Fred Decker.
Story by Frank Miller, directed by.
So Frank Miller
Irvin
directed
Kershner.
part 4 then, because I know he directed one of them.
You know what? I want to say that it wasn't. What's funny is I think I watched like a doc on this not that long ago.
I mean, part 1 was so hyper violent and so gleefully exploitative. It had
Yeah.
Nancy Allen. It had fucking Peter
Yeah.
Weller. It
Yeah.
just had robots killing
weird.
people. It had was it? I don't know. It's not Brian Cox. Something Cox, who was like the police captain in Beverly Hills
Yeah,
Cop.
three,
yeah.
Speaking of which,
3
Beverly Hills Cop 2 can go fuck itself into the
man,
grave.
I know, dude. What a bummer.
Yeah, that was not the thing.
RoboCop 3 was Fred Decker, screenplay by Frank Miller.
Okay.
and Fred
Okay.
Decker, so,
Yep.
and story
But
by
Miller,
Frank
I'm
Miller.
pretty sure directed part 4. I'm not.
He did. I
positive.
remember he did direct one because it was. I mean, RoboCop honestly just went so downhill so fucking fast. It's
Right.
like, dude. Some people might say they about the Predator franchise. I do not agree.
Oh, so you dared.
I do not.
I was
agree.
going to let you have a pass.
You know what? You guys can discuss
Predator fucking 2.
it. You guys can discuss it.
What a wet fart of a motion picture that fucking thing is.
A cinematic
That
masterpiece.
fucking future that's not a future, it's not changed enough to be remarkable in any way, but it's changed enough so that it annoys you in its lack of realism.
You
But it could
did-
have been just fine set in modern day LA
Yeah.
of 1980, whatever the fuck it came out.
It really is such a weird look. We're like the future, and you're like, 10 years?
Yeah. What does that even
is
mean?
Is it really that like? I gotta, dude, especially with that era of like Glover coming off of like Lethal Weapon and
love
everything.
Danny Glover.
He's not the problem.
know, but
He is not the problem.
He's
like,
not the problem.
I just, as a kid,
Just
I'm
the
like,
movie is
oh,
the problem.
God damn, you got Gary Busey acting a fool.
You love that movie.
Oh, I love Predator
Unabashedly.
too. I have no problem.
Did
with
you watch
Predator
Predator
2.
1 first?
Yes.
I was just going to ask that. I was like,
Because that to me is key.
For me-
You saw what worked in Predator,
Yeah,
the
well,
original Predator, right?
Like for me, yeah, but for me with part 2, you just got more Predator, and it wasn't in a jungle; it was in a city. It was a different setting, and it was like you just got more of everything.
Second question: how old were you when you saw it?
Oh, dude, I mean, I was like, whatever year it came out, I watched it on VHS.
So that was 91,
I mean,
92, I think.
Yeah, so I mean, as a kid, when that dude,
So
the opening shot of the Predator on the whatever that building is getting hit with the lightning, I'm like, this is my movie. These are my people. Like, this
You were
is it.
young.
Oh,
You were
dude.
young.
I mean,
I loved
I
it,
get
dude.
it.
Yeah, I mean,
mean-
but kind of like, sort of like Gremlins, right? And sort of
Okay.
like Texas 2. Like
Yeah.
those, Texas 2 and Predator 2, those two things hit me on such a level that I'm like, yes, dude, yes. Now, granted, the first Predator is a masterpiece across the board. You couldn't ask for a
it's
better movie.
literally dripping with 80s machismo.
Yes.
Yeah,
And then
It does it better than
when
almost
you
any
get,
other
when you
film
get to
of its
part
type.
2, you kind of dark city it up a little bit, and you kind of get a little thing happening. And dude, it's fucking great, man.
Yeah, I mean, listen, if they wanted to make a crime caper movie with Danny Glover set 5 minutes into the future, or whatever Max Headroom was supposed to be,
Dude, it's like
Yeah.
I probably would have enjoyed it.
it's like 3 years.
It
dude.
does not work. It really is. It's like what the fuck are you doing to me?
Yeah.
Again, this is a
I'm
movie
so
too that I've
bad.
more forgotten than remember. I can't cite particular egregious moments because I just remember walking out of that fucking theater, and I think 92, maybe
Yeah.
91, and going,
Have you watched it since?
"Oh God, why would I?"
Why not? Give it a.
I've
give it
seen
a
maybe.
view.
I
Why
think
not?
I've seen the movie maybe twice.
I probably, you know what? I'm so much more forgiving. I was such a hardcore cinema fiend in the 80s as a kid that fucking I became shockingly a rank prick about the kinds of movies I liked and the kinds of movies I didn't
Yeah.
like. I've come to terms with by the time the 90s happened to me, a lot of that shit was dead. The horror genre was all but dead. It was dead to me. It was all Dr. Giggles and fucking garbage. As far as Lawnmower Man, just bullshit as far as the eye could see, and I was done.
Yep.
Because you got to remember, I was a young
Lawnmower
kid.
Man.
I was a young kid who was sent to the not sent to, taken to the drive-ins when I was a kid. So I fucking got to see
sent to the drive-ins.
many classic horror films in their fucking prime.
Nice.
Yeah.
And so I was already jaded at that point. But now it's funny, now that I'm a seasoned man of 53 and it is 2025, I can watch 90s with nostalgia that it took me a long time to get. I loathed most genre films of the 90s. Loathed them.
Yeah,
They
see,
did
for
not
me-
live
Yeah,
up.
yeah, it was.
80s
It
was,
was
so charming. 70s was so
Yeah.
brutal and charming.
Yeah.
The fucking 90s. But now I can look at a 90s thing and go, oh.
Yeah,
oh.
for me, those were the movies that
Yeah.
I grew up on. Was in the '90s.
course.
Obviously, I had a bunch of stuff from the '80s, but for me, it's like, I mean, it's the same discussion that we had about Batman, Batman 1 and Batman 2.
Right.
Like, I just they both. I love them both. Like,
Well, you were
unabashedly.
8.
Yeah.
or
no,
whatever.
The first Batman movie absolutely blew my mind.
17
I couldn't
to 8
believe
years
it.
old. Like the age
No, yeah, I
difference
loved
doesn't
it
mean
though,
much.
too.
We both have gray in our beard. It's all
Right.
fine now. But yeah, 17 to 8 is a huge gap.
Yeah, no, 100%.
And
for sure.
while I have a soft spot for the Burton iterations, we don't need to go into that again now. They were not Batman movies to me for
Right.
reasons we have discussed. in
Yeah,
the
no,
past.
whole different vibe. I loved
Yeah.
it, but still a whole completely different vibe.
Yeah, they were just Tim Burton
Loved it.
versions of
Yeah,
a
yeah.
character I loved.
Sure.
and
Yeah.
that's fine.
Yep.
So what sequel do you guys want to close this episode on out? What do you got? Chris, you got anything? What do you got?
No, I mean, there's a
There's
million billion
tons.
probably, but
You know what? I'd really like to at some point do a proper like horror film list. I will say this, Chris and I, we have to do this now in defense of an honorable cause. A lot of people, most people, I dare say, are going to be shitting on a little sequel to a very popular musical called Grease.
yeah,
Dude.
that goes into my
Grease 2 is on every list of horrible movies.
They're fucking wrong.
I know everyone hates
how
it,
do you-
and it's one of the greatest
why would
movies
you-
ever made.
Yeah, like what's wrong with Grease 2, man? Like what's the
Nothing.
big
It's
problem?
amazing.
Absolutely nothing.
It's fucking
The songs
amazing.
are catchy. Fucking
Yeah.
Michelle Pfeiffer in her prime.
Adrian fucking Zmed.
Andrea fucking Zmed. I'm only repeating.
Couldn't even say. I know.
I couldn't
It was
say
so
it right.
amazing. I couldn't even say it right.
Andre Schmuck.
Yeah.
Like I don't really go either way. I love both 1 and 2. Like to
Oh,
me,
no,
I'm
I think
I'm
Grease
just
is
like,
a good musical.
This is fine.
And by the way, I don't like musicals by and large.
I don't either.
No.
It was
Not
great.
my favorite
Musician.
genre. Not in
do
my
not.
wheelhouse.
No,
Yeah.
But you grew up, if a certain age like Chris and I, you grew up with fucking Grease.
Everybody
the
knows
soundtrack
it.
was everywhere.
Yeah.
See, for
Yeah.
me, like music, I don't want to get into musicals. We can't because we got to save musicals.
save that for another time.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
have
yeah.
to because I don't want to go to my
So
big
let's not,
musical.
well, the thing is, I didn't
hole.
even want to go too deep into that. I just had to say this. Nah, fuck it. Blend it on this because I'm going to open up a whole other can of
it
fucking
does not
worms.
suck. It's fucking amazing.
There are Grease 2 does not suck. It is
amazing.
fully satisfying. I mean, it's Cool Rider. It's reproduction.
Yep.
There's so many fucking jams.
Yeah.
To me, I see it as a fine companion piece, and it was a little more. It was an '80s film. I mean,
Yeah.
fucking Grease was
Yeah.
a '70s film about the '50s. Grease 2 was a '80s film about the '50s,
Yeah.
but it showed the proper evolutions. And I mean, if all you love is one thing, fine. There's a lot of sequels we do love, and that'll be another topic we discuss. But if you can't move on, I get it. You hate it. But there was lots, especially when you were at the right age, to really enjoy and
it's
respect
so
about
good.
Grease 2.
It's so good.
Yeah.
It's so good.
I mean, it really hit the spot.
It really
like that's
is.
one of the we bonded about a
Yeah.
lot of things, punk rock, horror films, all sorts of things when we first started hanging out. But we definitely bonded hard over Grease too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we're
Yeah.
gonna leave on this note,
Okay.
and we're not gonna have time to talk about it. I'm just gonna put it out there. I'm gonna throw it at you guys.
Okay.
Because
Speed around.
I do not hate this, and I find it fucking charming in all of its fucking idiocracy. Troll 2.
Oh, I love no.
Troll 2 fucking rules.
So
Like,
here's the thing.
It's so dumb, but so good.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't seen it in a million years.
All right, first off,
I don't remember hating
what
it.
is it? Nilgob?
Nil
No,
Nilbog is goblin
Goblin
backwards.
backwards.
Yeah,
So it's originally supposed to be goblins.
dude.
I am ceaselessly charmed by the first troll. Michael Moriarty.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Yeah, well,
Louise
yeah.
Dreyfus when she was young.
Yeah.
Like a whole fairy
first one's
world
a
erupting
thing.
in an apartment complex. Just a charming, puppet-driven fucking movie. It is not a sequel in any way, shape, or form, really. But it's complete ineptitude. It's unbearably bad fucking concepts. Acting, it's literally like, I think it's a local orthodontist that got the lead role.
Dude.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Claudio Fragasso,
Yeah.
he's like sub Bruno Mattei in the Italian pantheon of shit
Oh my
directors
God,
that I
dude.
love. He's just fucking unbelievably bad, yet you can't help but to admire the moxie with which he went out, grabbed all American fucking non-actors, and made a fucking incredible movie that I think involves pissing at the dinner table.
You don't piss on hospitality.
Oh my.
Oh
That's
boy.
the fucking that is the quote. You
All
don't
right.
piss on
I'm
hospitality.
gonna. Yeah. I'm gonna have to bone up on that one.
Dude,
I don't remember much. I remember
The
not hating it.
documentary
But
about the making of
The-
it actually makes you appreciate it all
Yes,
the more.
the documentary about it is awesome, and I got the soundtrack. It's dope, and it's one of those things that like it's the worst sequel ever made. Like I dare say it's a banger.
yeah.
It's
Okay.
a 100%.
I won't go out of
banger.
my way to call it a banger, but it's definitely not the worst sequel ever made.
All right, well, there it
No.
is. Thank you for joining us, Cryptonaut Podcast. Let us know give us your worst sequels
Yeah,
in the
please.
comments below.
Maybe we'll use that as fodder for a discussion at some point in the future.
and then
Yeah.
coming up, we're gonna have sequels that were cool.
sequels that were cool.
There you go.
I think also remakes we liked. I think
Oh, it's a good one. Remakes that we
yeah,
liked. It is a good
there's
one.
lots of movie subroutes that as long
Remakes
as we
that
don't,
we hate.
yes,
Yeah, this could be a whole
Well.
series.
yeah, yeah.
Sequels we liked, or sequels we hated, sequels we liked, remakes we liked, remakes we hated. There,
All right,
dude. There you
We
go.
don't necessarily have to pare down every one of them. You know, I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go on a weird limb. People are gonna fucking maybe blanch and think I'm not, a man of cinematic taste. I've got a lot of remakes I love that I think are every bit as good, if not better, than the original.
Okay, we'll save that for the
But we'll
remake
talk about that when
All
the
right.
time is
Just
right.
about a handful. I can think
Yeah.
of.
All right, well,
Yeah.
there it is. So upvote, share, like, comment, do all that stuff in the comments. We have a store that you can look, check out down below for merch, and we'll be talking to you soon.
Nice explosions from Chris's mouth.
All right, bye.